What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Ooh, that felt so good, you guys. I just had to get that off my back. You know what I'm saying? Just out of my spirit. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, you guys. You already know what this is. This is a part of our Woosah Wednesday series, but of course today is Tuesday because we always have a 2-day opening of Queen Sugar. That's right, you guys. Our favorite show, Queen Sugar, is back. This is the mid-season premiere of season 2. This is episode 9. Yet do I marvel. Okay? Oh, that sounds like you about to sing the best hymnal ever right there. Yet do I marvel, Lord. Yet do I marvel at thy glory and thy great. I'm just saying, you had to grow up Pentecostal. But listen. So I almost thought I wasn't going to be able to do Queen Sugar the first 2 nights because I don't know if I told you guys, but my parents have been married 50 years and we are all collectively as a family and friends from all over the globe going on a cruise, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to like just drop videos and just be a part of every little bitty thing that's been happening, because I have so many responsibilities when it comes to my family, which is another reason why I connect so much with Queen Sugar, because um siblings, it's 4 of us and I am the Charley in the family. I'm probably 80% Charley and like 20% Nova. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And we're taking this big convoy down to the port, and I just wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do the video, but I think I'm going to be able to do them both. That's why you guys are getting this video. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to edit it. I mean, I literally have tons and tons of stuff that still needs to be loaded up. So I'm gonna try to do my best to make this first take count and give y'all my all, my everything, because I know y'all been waiting on Queen Sugar, and I know y'all been waiting on Miss Honey to talk about Queen Sugar. This was a good episode. It really just kind of caught us all up with everything that has been happening since we last saw the Borderlones. We know that Ralph Angel asked Darla, last scene, to marry him, and she said yes. And so we see opening scene. Darla and Ralph Angel are coming from a date and they're talking and reminiscing really about how they met and how they used to, lay out and watch the ships go in and out. And this is one of several times we're going to see this episode. Darla kind of mentioned her family, and she and Ralph Angel kind of look at each other, and it's kind of peculiar. Something is going on with Darla's family, y'all. I believe Darla's a Landry. I mean, what could it be, that she's mixed? I mean, hell, Charley mixed. So what? I don't. It's not gonna be good. It's a reason why that everybody's giving these suspicious looks, but we're gonna talk about it. More on Ralph Angel and Darla. Once again, they get to the house and they're gonna tell Blue and ask Blue what he's working on. It's like, I'm coloring a picture, Mom. What do you color the picture of? Blue, I'm making a family tree. And she was like, oh, okay, gravy. So he asks Ralph Angel, he lets him know, I need some things from you. I need pictures of Grandma and Papa and all of these types of things. And Mom, I need to know about your family too. And immediately her and Ralph Angel once again kind of look at each other. I'm like, what the heck is going on, Darla? Spit it out. And she redirects him by telling him Mom and Dad are getting married. He's super excited. Forever and ever and ever. They were like, forever and ever and ever. I was like, yeah, hold that thought now. Hold that thought till you get to meet your mama and your granddaddy, or your grandmama and your granddad on your mama's side, okay? Hold that thought. Little Blue, you might want to take one of them forevers away. Okay. Um, so then we see Ralph Angel, they go over to tell Aunt Vi and Hollywood the news, and Hollywood, of course, y'all know Hollywood is my boo. He my down thing, you know what I'm saying? He my ride or die, he's my rock. He's happy. He's excited, y'all. About time, woo woo woo. Of course, Aunt Vi being Aunt Vi, she's gonna say, y'all been doing good. You sure you want to try to take this big leap right now, right at this moment? And they're sure, woo woo woo. And Aunt Vi says, well, she's happy for him. I can't wait to meet your folks, Darla. And once again, Darla acts like she has been, shook. I was like, Darla, what in the heck is going on with your family? Okay, we're going to get back to Ralph, Angel, and Darla. Let's talk about Charley and Remy. Let's catch up with them. Let's see what they're doing. Charley is sitting in her loft, beautiful loft. I love it. And she sees over the web, the news breaks about her and Davis divorcing. And it's kind of like a bittersweet moment, but at the same time, she gets a knock at the door and it's Remy. Remy is there looking good and caramelly. You know what I'm saying? Just ever so gently caramelly. um, and she tells him, well, it's official, it's out. And he sees that she's having this, these mixed feelings about it. And he tells her, hey, why don't you let me take you out and get you some of the best um gumbo in New Orleans. It's so good it'll make you holler. So she said, oh, so you want to make me holler, huh? He blushed a little bit. I said, you better get him, Charlie. You better get him and let him know, okay? Charlie say, hold that thought, baby. You want to make me holler? Oh, okay. So it was a good moment. They go out, they have a good time. They are laughing, they're talking, it's raining, no one cares. Those are the best dates. Like when everybody's just cool and copacetic and relaxed and themselves, you know what I'm saying? That you could just chill, have a good time. They're having a great, great date. And she gets a call. It's her mom. She thinks her mom is wherever the heck she was. But instead, she's there in New Orleans. So she is just like, right here, right now. Of course, Charley, you know, goes to meet her mom and she meets her mom at lunch or whatever the next day. And she's like, oh, mom, you look so great. And I think it's Christine Lottie is the actress that plays her mom, which I love Christine Lottie. Your mom, you look so good, you look so great. And her mom tells her, about her having been on this cruise and, to help her friend who was divorcing her husband. And she really felt like that she needed to be with her friend on this whirlwind cruise, supporting her as opposed to coming right back after Ernest Bordelon died and supporting her daughter. And she does, through this whole conversation, talk a lot about herself and feeling like Charley, had all of her family there and she could be with them, and mom, was doing off her own thing, kind of like you understand, Charley, you were fine, right? You were good. First of all, she doesn't call her Charley. She calls her Charlotte. Everything at first kind of seems kind of prim, kind of proper, kind of expected. And I'm thinking, is she gonna be one of these moms? Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of bad and bougie type, you know what I mean? Charley takes her, she sees Micah, she gives Micah a huge hug. She obviously loves her daughter. She obviously loves her granddaughter. Um, Charley takes her to the loft and it's criticism all the way around. At the same time, she tells her it's a little rugged, it's a little industrial, and you have to, you're competing with Davis. And she says, I'm not competing with Davis. She says, what about Micah? Is Micah comfortable here? And she says, actually, Micah likes it here. He's pretty darn comfortable. And so, like I said, she starts out with this criticism, 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 but she ends always kind of with a smooth finish. Well, I'm definitely going to get you a rug for in here. So then we see Remy and Charley. They're talking and she's venting about her mom, coming in like a storm and sort of taking over and making it all about her. And, she's got concerns and about her mom. But of course, what do? Those of us with really, really strong mom personalities, we don't say it to our moms, we tell other people. Because there's a part of us that's always going to be a little girl who needs mom's approval, right? Charlie's no different. While she's talking to Remy, she gets a call from Davis, but we're going to talk about it. So let's talk about Nova and Dr. Romance, aka Robert. Now they are hot and heavy. Nova has shifted from Black Lives Matter type situation. It's a new thing now. She's doing this Zika virus. And I do think it is because she's in a relationship with a doctor. And these are some things that, they're talking about. And of course, whatever the topic of conversation, because the kind of person Nova is, she's going to make it applicable to her people. How does this affect my people? Mosquitoes, stagnant water, New Orleans, ding, ding, ding. It makes sense to me too. But she's turned it into this huge, huge movement. She's writing about it. She's talking about it, the whole nine. And people are kind of sort of in an uproar. She is worried. She is concerned. Meanwhile, her and Dr. Robert are going heavy and strong. So we then see Chantal. Chantal comes back and she looks good, you guys. I enjoy seeing Chantal in this capacity. And of course, she feels like Nova's just being provocative. Like first she was on this thing, now you on the whole Zika thing. You got everybody in uproar. You got people afraid, scared. What is going on? Later on, she's going to have sort of like this seminar meeting / initiative where she's going to talk to the residents and, just kind of calm everybody down. When Dr. Robert comes out and Chantal's there, he was like, hey, Robert. And she is just like, no, but I'll talk to you later. And she's out. And he is just like, did I miss something? Or, yeah, you missed it, but it's there. Open your eyes. And so, of course, Chantal is a strong force in Nova's life too. Certainly not strong as Dr. Robert, but at the same time, she knows that she speaks a measure of wisdom, and she expresses concern about maybe she is going overboard, maybe she is doing too much, and he just tells her, "Listen, I don't distrust your sincerity." And maybe my being here is an influence to you. And she said your intensity does have something to do with it. And he's like, cool, cool. I mean, it's okay. We're going to work through this type thing. Later on, when she is getting some stuff together for the seminar, for the meeting, and he comes in from a run, and he kind of asks, am I missing something or what's going on with the whole Chantal and you're going to go down here and do this? And it, he's kind of confused. There's a knock at the door and it's Blue and it's Ralph Angel. They're coming to get some pictures of Ralph Angel and Nova's mom. And, um, you know, Robert is standing there in his running clothes and she is just like, oh, hey, she gives him a hug and she tells him, hey, listen, um, here's my friend Robert. He was just stopped by when he was on his run. And he was like, oh, okay. So he goes back out the door like he's going to continue his run. I was like, oh, still the same on Nova, still the same on Nova. You know what I'm saying? Just like, come on, come on. No, no, no. Come on, come on, come on. No, no, no. Yeah, that's the same Nova, right? And of course, she learns that Ralph Angel and Darla are getting married, and because Blue tells it all, and she seems genuinely happy. Okay. Later on, we do get to see Dr. Robert at the seminar. We see Nova at the seminar and Chantal, and people are expressing their concerns about what's going on, what's happening. They kind of feel like Nova has sounded the alarm without just cause. I'm not so sure. The people love Robert. Nova's impressed with Robert. Something's happening here with this whole Zika situation. Um, I just think that Nova has to get her footing in this cause and this movement. Like she can't go into it with the same intensity because people get frightened. They get afraid. They get panicked. So she has to dial it back a little bit and just be a little bit more edited in how she deals with the conversation about Zika. Um, which brings me to Aunt Vi and Hollywood. Aunt Vi is at the beauty parlor. They're having conversation. It's good. It's great. We always love Aunt Vi. Aunt Vi's hair is falling out. Later on, we see Aunt Vi at the high yellow, with the inspector, and she can't see where the sign on the paper. Her sight is going. What we heard from Nova and Robert, some of the symptoms, some of the signs of having Zika. At first, I thought, does Aunt Vi have diabetes? And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. But then when the Zika and the symptoms kept coming up, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if Aunt Vi got the Zika virus. Oh, that would be not Aunt Vi. I just want Aunt Vi to have happiness and love. You shouldn't live that long and work that hard and come to the latter parts of your years and have to go through so much. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem fair. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into all of that. So, Hollywood is like a semi sort of supervisor. He's running a crew at a scaffolding company, and he's got a white guy on there that just started, and he's running with, helping with the crew. And he used to be a driller too, and of course Hollywood used to be a driller. And the guy just going on and on about the money and the job and the oppression and all this stuff. And I think part of that is why Hollywood is thinking about, if this is something that he wants to do, because he's doing such a great job. Everything's going so good that they want to offer Hollywood and his crew full time the position, at the scaffolding company. Well, he wants to think about it. Of course, the white guy wants the job. He's got mouths to feed, all of that. I think Hollywood is concerned about, once again, taking a position or a job where he is not going to be able to take good care of Vi. And he expresses in this episode that is muy importante, muy importante, very important. We're trying to be fancy, girl. That's something that's really, really important to him. Vi is hiding these things that are happening with her, and it is worrying me. Um, when the boss man come over, he was on his way to play golf. One of the people that was with him was the Landrys. That was something else that kind of worried Hollywood a little bit. He knows that the Landrys are bloodsuckers, and he knows that they will do anything to cause dissent. And he's concerned, do I want to get in bed with these people again, even on this level, on a corporate level, you know what I'm saying, in a managerial position? I'm not even sure. And you can see it all over his face. So let's see. Micah and Davis. All right. Micah's doing really, really good. He's splitting his time between his mom and his dad. Davis hits him with it and tells him, I think we should tell your mom about what happened to you. Micah doesn't want to do it. He feels like his mom doesn't care. She doesn't care about you. He's feeling some type of way. He's really deflecting and going back to his parents' divorce, which he isn't happy about, but that has been explained to him several times. He knows there's a reason why his mom and dad got a divorce. But Davis defends Charley very well. He tells her it's not easy being a parent, and she did stick by me as long as she could. What I did took a lot out of your mom, and this is what it is. That's the phone call that Charley gets. It is Davis inviting her over so he and Micah both can tell her the story about what happened to Micah the day he got arrested. And of course, she's devastated. She wants to go in guns a-blazing. And what are we going to do? Why are you guys acting like you don't care? They've had time to sit with it. This is her initial response. So, of course, it's explosive. And it's typical Charley. Okay, really, this is her being wounded and hurt and feeling sort of helpless. And later on, we see her have this conversation with her mom, but we're going to talk about it. So the family throws this beautiful, beautiful engagement party for Darla and for Ralph Angel, and it's really, really wonderful. I love to see all the family together and their different interactions. We see Nova's there. Nova gets a call from Robert. Robert's once again not being included, right? Because Nova's just not sure. She still wants to keep that run card. And I call it a run card is when you keep somebody at a distance where you can just disappear and feel like, oh, well, I wasn't all that invested. You know what I'm saying? You still um can turn and run and lead the situation. So if the family doesn't know about him and they are not asking about him, she's more likely to be able to get rid of him up in here. This is the thought process. But I think Dr. Robin might be, setting up some roots here. Well, he calls her and tells her about Timothy North and money to help fight Zika and bring awareness and all this stuff in the Ninth Ward. It's a substantial amount of money, and she's happy. She's excited. He was the catalyst in making this happen. I mean, obviously, they're a very, very dynamic team. Whatever they set their mind to, they do it in excellence. It's really, really great. He says, I wish I was there. Now, I don't know if he's still in the city or if he's flown off, because at this point, he's flying back and forth to see her and to handle this Zika. So she says, I wish you were here too. Talk to you later. I thought he was going to say, well, I'm right outside if you want to invite me in. I was like, oh, don't let that be the case, because Nova is going to crush all of his feelings. But we see Hollywood, Remy, and Ralph Angel talk about Ralph Angel's bachelor party. It's really cute. It's really, really fun. I like Hollywood, y'all. He is my boy. Remy goes to talk to Charley, and he asks about where her mom is. Turns out Lorna, her mom, and Vi don't get along. And Remy say they like oil and water. She said more like ammonia and bleach. I was like, ooh, that's corrosive combustible. Good gracious, that leaves craters. You know what I'm saying? That have ninjas passing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, they really, really don't get along. Nova comes over to talk to Charley, and they have a little bit of small talk, and Charley says, what does she say? I know what happened to Micah, and Nova takes her outside to talk. All right. Let's see what else. We see Darla on the phone with her family in the back in the kitchen in secret. It's a teary-eyed call to her family, and she is telling them about the fact that she's been clean and sober for 2 years, the fact that she is going to marry her son's father. And she said, my son's father. I was like, do they even know Blue? I don't think so. Oh, this is a sorted mess, y'all. These Landrys, I feel like these are Landrys, y'all. I got it down in my, it's stuck. It's stuck in my gullet. It is crawl. It's stuck in my crawl. Okay, that these are Landrys are her parents. Okay. And it's real sweet. She tells them about Blue being so sweet and so kind and a good soul and a good spirit, and she loves them both, and she'll talk to them later. Now she's really talking to a voicemail or whatever, because obviously there's no dialogue. And what kind of pushed this over the edge was Aunt Vi telling her at the counter that she was a part of their family now. She said, thank you so much, Miss Vi. No, it's Aunt Vi now. And this makes her want to include her family in for Blue's sake. Okay. Plus, obviously, it's a subject that is unavoidable. It is going to continue coming up until you deal with this, Darla. Hollywood is checking on Vi every chance he gets. And she's a little frustrated. Why you keep asking me if I'm okay? Hollywood knows something is up. He's not a dullard. He's not a dotard. You know what I mean? He knows something is up with his woman. His whole reason for leaving the oil rigs and all of that stuff was to take care of her. This whole first half of the season was about taking care of her and loving her. You know what I'm saying? He knows something is up. All right. And that keen eye, I think, is what eventually got her to go to the doctor. But we're going to talk about it. Ralph Angel makes the speech and thanks everybody. It was a great, great party. Okay. Then we see later on Charley goes home from the engagement party and she is talking to her mom. And that conversation, you guys, was everything. thing. She tells her mom about Micah and what happened to him. And she says, I wanted to protect him. I should have known better. I know how it is down here. I just thought he would be okay. I should have protected him like you protected me. You sent me away to boarding school. Now, her mom is just behind her. And her mom was like, well, I sent you away because you were a black woman in a white you're a black person in a white world, and I wanted you to be well educated with pedigree and all of that so you could have a equal playing be on equal playing field. And she said, but you sent me down here in the summer. That's because I wanted you to know your people. She said, but when I got back home, Mom, I felt like I had to manage my blackness, like it was something I just did. I just was on holidays, you know what I mean? Like I didn't feel like when I was with you I could be um black, basically. And it's a lot of things. Like when her mom was looking at the loft and she felt her hair, she said, your hair is beautiful. And she went ahead and touched it, and she wasn't afraid of it or anything. And she's not that egregious of a person. She is just a mom. She's a know-it-all, and she's a criticizer. But she doesn't really seem, and we don't know the whole thing, but we're just talking about this episode. And Charley says, I didn't think you would like it like this. And she was like, why not? It's beautiful. So then fast forward to this conversation. She's a little bit offended that Charley thinks that she wouldn't understand what she's talking about managing blackness because she is white. And she told her, she said, listen, you're strong. You're going to get through this. And Micah is strong, and Micah's going to get through this. He's a smart boy. He's going to be able to manage through this. You guys are going to get through this together, and I'm going to help you. It's a good moment. And we see last scene, Aunt Vi is in the doctor's office. I don't know what's going on with Aunt Vi. I don't know why I'm getting emotional about Aunt Vi. I'm like, oh. Anyway, she's just sitting there, and she has this really, really worried, really, really concerned look on her face. We don't know what's wrong with Aunt Vi. I hope and pray it is something manageable. I hope and pray that it's something manageable, that it is not something life-threatening and life-ending. But we're gonna find out next week, y'all. Next week, this second half of this season, ooh, y'all, it's gonna be explosive. We are going to see Aunt Vi and Lorna, Charley's mom, meet up. I thought I told you not to show your face in this town anymore. I thought we had an agreement. What's going on? Okay, we're going to see a little bit more about Darla and her family. The Landrys are coming in for the kill. Y'all know I've been waiting on the Landrys and the Borderlones to go straight to war. The revolution will not be televised, you guys. But that is it for me, you guys. Let me get off of this thing so I can get back to the rigmarole. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you guys are excited about the second half of the second season of Queen Sugar. You already know what we do. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. If you wouldn't mind, please giving me a thumbs up on this video. Please share this video, and of course comment down below. Now, I may not be able to reply to your comments right away. I know I kind of fell off a little bit on Greenleaf, the last episode of Greenleaf, but again, I've just been inundated with responsibilities. But I'm going to work to get to each and every one of your comments, because that is how I rest and relax and release, is chit-chatting with you guys in the comments. So please tell me what you thought about this episode. Do you guys think that Darla is a Landry? I don't know. I just don't know. What did y'all think about Charley's mom? Okay, what y'all think about Robert, Dr. Robert? Y'all think Nova gonna hold on to him? Y'all think she gonna get what she need from this Zika thing and send him packing? Y'all know Nova has a propensity. All right. What y'all think about Aunt Vi? I'm a little surprised that Nova has not noticed something going on with Aunt Vi. But again, when you got your own life in your own lane, sometimes you miss things. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah. I'll holler.